Taurus. Sun, moon, and rising sign. General love reading for November 2017. Taurus. Sun, moon, and rising sign. Taurus. So some kind of mending of a friendship, perhaps. Perhaps that person is an Aquarius. Perhaps it's a Gemini or a Libra. Look at all that air going around there. So somebody So all this air meeting water is, this is going to indicate feeling inside of the heart chakra, and a lot of it. Whereas air is the intellectual workings of the mind, the analyticals. And when both of these come together, when you look at the ocean, you get big waves. Big waves. Big highs and big lows. So sometimes we can be uncertain about that rekindling. Now, the Ten of Cups is there. It's all happening. It's just that we are uncertain about it due to some ideas somebody may have shared themselves emotionally and mentally, and it sort of took us back. And now we feel, instead, it felt like somebody came to a place of they were secure, and now they feel like they're juggling again. And there's now yet another goal before we can reach a final destination. And this is saying that time is up. It is time to take that goal. It is time to make those sacrifices. It is time to come into contact with those parts of ourselves that maybe somebody is being prudish in the home. See, the Devil card likes to come in to say, between married couples, for instance, spice it up in the bedroom. That's the sacrifice for some of you, it looks like, that needs to be made. And that's where that juggling feeling is coming from. Oh, I thought I had this on lock and now I need to improve. Which is always a good thing. Otherwise, things get boring, and then we get the High Priestess, and it seems really flat. It's almost like the burner's been turned off. Nobody likes that. Somebody feels like they don't have enough money to sustain things. So it's creating a standstill. And they're not talking about it. So there's a judgment call coming in the form of insight. It looks like somebody is meeting someone. Perhaps it's a soulmate. And that person is going to help ease the burden of that Two of Swords. But the suggestion is to hold on to those pentacles rather than go out a bunch, saying don't not take it seriously. because there's a bigger picture here and we want that cup filled up, not empty. So that backing off, that moving away from the shopping malls is necessary. Because there's a stirring of new growth. Which looks like abundance in all things. Look at that. And then there's temperance. Coming in with the Empress in the reversal. So there's a lot of sexuality flying around here between this couple. And it looks like for this relationship, sexuality, appropriately so, is sort of the cornerstone here. It seems really extremely hot and heavy. And it's inside of a marriage, which is always interesting, and the ultimate hope of anyone entering a marriage or in a long-term marriage. Bam, there it is. Queen of Cups, and that must be why. Meeting, look at that, in the reversal. So there isn't fear here. There isn't anxiety about how this relationship has gone sexually. There isn't fear about where it's going to go anymore. These two really, really, really click. So that necessity of giving something up is meeting the 10 of coin to say that that is the right decision. It feels like it is. With the Queen meeting the swords. And the Ace comes in to say, we're ready for the journey. Even though we're insecure and still immature, that Tower surrounding that maturity is going to continue to come down and will continue to grow up. Let's talk planets. Venus, more mothering. It feels like there's a lover here who is has a mothering nature. Maybe it's a Libra. Someone who will mother you and kick your ass. And beat you at a foot race. But that is the second Libran planet to come up. And it feels like it's got a lot of sexuality surrounding it. Meeting the mother spirit. Okay, once again, okay, this is at least the third time I've seen this today. The planet of Libra meeting the planet of Aquarius. So, sexuality and nurturing meets intuition and insight. So a highly intuitive couple here. and a highly sexual couple. Now, Jupiter, I've seen this a couple times as well in this exact same setup. So, expansiveness. It's really talking about being foolhardiness, being foolhardy for the better, and being enthusiastic. Jupiter's about ethics and abundance. So with all of this enthusiasm and sexuality running around, there is still some kind of monetary issue going on here. Jupiter's also all about principle. So with all of this insight flying around from the divine in the midst of this relationship, perhaps this is a couple who works together in the realm of, something like astrology or something of a spiritual nature or an artistic nature. So when the two meet, zoom, it's just like pow. It doesn't seem or feel like a boring relationship. It seems like a couple, when they're not working, they're in the bedroom. When they're not in the bedroom, they're working. When they're doing both of these things, there's a worship of higher power. So it really feels like a power couple kind of situation. The essence of love. Let love be the center of the life. So it doesn't matter how awesome a relationship is, how awesome a pattern or a quilt design, a patching design, have you, that the universe designs for us, unless we decide to not turn the back on it, it's lost. So that's really what the essence of love comes in to say. You have to continually allow it in instead of moding off the heart because somebody hurt my feelings yet again. Or for the first time. Okay, thanks for joining me on House of Cards. If you would like a more personal reading, go ahead and email me at lovemapsforyou@gmail.com. Thanks again. Take care.